Bag it, Lakers. The season is over, and we tried very hard to tell you the Lakers had no chance last night. Anthony Davis is hurt. LeBron isn't at 100%. The role players were hot garbage, and the Suns are great. It's a recipe for an early summer vacation. The AD injury is everything. When he's healthy, the Lakers win. He's truly hurt, and I give AD a ton of credit for trying to go out and play, but he couldn't go. Who cleared him? Dr. Phil? Dr. LeBron? It was clear early just how problematic the groin was, and we talked about it all week. He couldn't walk, he couldn't run, he couldn't function. You know, the Lakers won 2 games in this series. When AD was healthy, they lost the other 4. I can't believe he was cleared to go last night. I felt terrible for Anthony Davis. And obviously, LeBron losing for the first time ever in the first round is a huge story. Forget the final numbers. LeBron had 0 energy or zip in the first half when it mattered. Look, this doesn't impact his legacy. He's still number 2 all time. He's not Michael Jordan and never will be. The ankle, let's be honest and fair, was clearly a problem. But I do have to say, I hated LeBron's attitude. I hated his body language. I hated him leaving the bench in Game 5 and just floating and seeming disinterested in a do-or-die game in Game number 6. Now, again, being fair to LeBron, there was no AD and there was no anyone else. I mean, Kyle Kuzma was grotesque, horrendous. 18 worthless minutes for 2 points. And don't let Dennis Schroeder's final numbers fool you. He was awful in the first half, and the Lakers had nothing going on. Now, the Suns are great, a truly great team. And Devin Booker was on fire. He's a superstar. 6 of 6 from 3 in the first quarter. 47 points in the game. Next level genius. On the road against LeBron in LA in a closeout game. That's being a true superstar. I'm so happy for Monty Williams. Great guy, great coach. The role player stepped up. This was a big series win, big picture for Chris Paul. The Lakers, they need to overhaul the roster. LeBron and AD aren't getting any younger. The West is loaded for the foreseeable future. One team was alive with talent and championship aspirations. The other, LeBron and the Lakers. I just checked my watch, and it's broken. The Blazers lost in the first round, and Dame is rightly frustrated. Sounding off on his squad, losing to a Nuggets team that, as he said, didn't have their starting backcourt healthy for this entire series. Damian Lillard sounded like a player who is rightly questioning if he's maxed out in Portland, sounding like a player who desires to be elsewhere. And then, after the rants, Lillard took to Instagram, they all do nowadays, and quoted Nipsey Hussle, asking how long he should stay dedicated. How long until opportunity meets preparation? I'll interpret it all for you. Dame wants out. The time for Dame time is over in Portland. He's about to be 31. He wants to win a championship. He wants a bigger market. I know he loves Portland, but this was a frustrating series in a year where, let's be honest here, the West is wide open. He needed help. His Blazers teammates let him down again in a big spot. Lillard is a superstar who craves center stage. Our good friend, the great Stephen A. Smith, said this morning on ESPN, the Knicks have already called Portland. Of course, they should. And the Knicks have a Tom Thibodeau assistant, Johnny Bryan, who Dame calls a big brother. The Knicks can and will and should and must offer anything and everything for Dame. R.J. Barrett, Obi, Kevin Knox, picks, Spike Lee, whatever. This is exactly who and what the Knicks need. Now, having said that, Dame would make a lot of sense alongside Jason Tatum in Boston, especially if they hire Chauncey Billups. You know Pat Riley is not going to sit still. Sixers can offer Ben Simmons, and the Lakers and the Clippers obviously have to be and will be involved. But this feels real. This feels like it's going to happen. It feels like Dame absolutely wants out. Portland has to know it. Dame time is up in the Great Northwest. Love that. I'm ready to run through a wall. Michael Malone of the Nuggets deserve a ton of credit for their series win over Dame and the Blazers. Think about it. Jamal Murray is hurt and out, and the Nuggets beat Portland in 6 games. And look, if you didn't respect my guy Nikola Jokic before, you better now. And really, if you didn't, what on earth is wrong with you? The Joker is the MVP this regular season. Think about what happened last night on the road. Do-or-die game for Dame in Portland. Jokic was bar none the best player on the court. And think about what he did. Denver needed him to score in comeback fashion, down double digits in the second half, and he poured on the points. He was aggressive and dominant down low. 36 points. That was incredible. Obviously, he was incredible down low, and he had that just amazing range with the jump shot and the 3-ball, and the passing was majestic, and Jokic in Denver saved its best for when it mattered the most. And this second-round series with the Phoenix Suns, gonna be all sorts of fun. I can't wait. And look, I don't want to hear about ratings. I know there has been some LeBron fatigue, and that is a real thing. The league is in an unreal place with likable teams and stars, albeit not big markets. But I don't care about the ratings, the buzz, the quality of play, the superstars like Jokic, Booker, Mitchell, Trae Young, Giannis, the Nets' big three. You love them, you loathe them. NBA Twitter is going to be set ablaze, and the quality of play is going to continue to be off the charts. And look, for this season, let's be honest and be fair. We've been ahead of the curve on this. It always starts with the MVP. Jokic deserves to be cherished as the superstar that he is.